Hey everybody, welcome back to Liberty Warrior Network, Nation Network. It is 8:07. We're a little bit late. Sorry about that. We have an update that we had to do and working on the phones. It has been about 45 minutes of that technical difficulties, straightening things out. LW is here. He is changing, and then he can't go on with his work clothes. He refused. So he had to go get powdered up, made up, and all looking pretty for the show. We've got Jeff B already on deck waiting to come on. I'm so excited about that. Jeff B is here. It is our giveaway night. All of you people that donated all across the platforms, making one donation, that's all you had to do, got entered for the drawing. We're giving away coins tonight, silver, big, beautiful silver coins. And Jeff B has donated six $25 gift certificates that we are going to be giving away. I am so excited about the show tonight. Jeff B is ready to go. Doc, he is not in that. But we are so excited for the show tonight to get it started, to do the giveaways. Lots to talk about, you guys. DJT, we're going to talk about AI and DJT, what he had to say about that, and the Chinese releasing a bunch of AI robots out there. We've also got DJT versus MGT. Donald Trump versus Marjorie Taylor Greene. And you know what? She did a 60 Minutes interview yesterday that I watched. And I'll tell you what, some of the points she made were pretty valid, like her or not. So I think this is going to end up being a heated discussion, but I'm looking forward to it. So we will be right back after this 30-second intro. I'll be here with Jeff B. LW might be straggling one-legged along. I don't think he's ready yet. He's not show ready yet, but he'll be here soon. So see you guys in 30 seconds. Hey, Jeff B., good to have you here. How are you doing?
What a hot mess.
There's no better way to start a show on a Monday than it becoming a hot mess for 45 minutes or so right before you're supposed to go on.
Right.
But, there's a lot going on as far as us to talk about tonight. Like always, it really is hard to find things you want to tune into. But I really thought it was important tonight, and I can't wait to see what your perspective is as well about Marjorie Taylor Greene and the things that she had to say in her 60 Minutes interview. I think a lot of people are just kind of fed up with a lot of things. We've talked about that many, many times. So I don't know how LW wants to handle the giveaways versus the content. When he comes in, he can let us know. But I think it's just everything's just such a, emotional and mental mess out there with all the things going on. Don't you think?
Yeah, this whole Marjorie Taylor Greene thing doesn't. I don't know. I never particularly cared for her, but
right.
I don't know. For a president of the United States to come out and call her a traitor is pretty eye-opening. So there must be something there that we don't know.
Yeah, I that's what I'm interested to find out. But, I do have what she commented on and the things she said and put it into context with this interview from her perspective. And I do have Trump's response to her as well that he put up on Truth Social. So that's what I like. I like having the opinions and using our mind to think about things and try to figure out what is really going on, even if we can't. But, so I'm looking forward to that and to see what LW has to say about it as well. So as far as that, before we get deep into the show and get that started as he's getting ready to come on, how's it going with the merchandise orders from you getting them out and the orders being taken care of?
Yeah, all the orders except for the ones that happened over the weekend are shipped, and hopefully there's some people in the chat that has received them that could let us know what they think.
Yeah, that would be awesome. So if you guys did order some merchandise from Jeff B, please let us know that you got it, and also how you like the product and stuff. We want to keep up with that. And I'm very excited about the giveaways and all that happening tonight as well. Gosh, that's always fun to be able to give back. And You know, that's the good thing about that. So, oh, looky who decided to join the show. Hey there now.
Hello. How's everybody doing tonight? What a wild last 60 to 75 minutes.
Yeah, but it's okay because we're here. Everybody can hear each other. We can see each other. Everything is working, and we're excited. Jeff B and I were talking about the giveaways. I said I didn't know how you wanted to run the show, the giveaways, and the topics tonight. So I'll let you explain how you want that done when you're ready.
Okay, well, I'll just step in real quick and explain a couple things.
Good. Here we go. You cleaned up really fast, by the way. You look good compared to what you looked like 10 minutes ago.
Super excited for the giveaway tonight. So with your help, the listeners, really appreciate it. Like promised, I bought $500 worth of silver. Hold on a second. I want to let the producer know I can hear myself in the ear again.
Good.
I can hear myself. They can get that fixed for me.
Yeah.
So we purchased $500 worth of silver with your guys' donations. So thank you for that. When I bought it, it was about $47 an ounce, Tammy.
Mm-hmm.
Last time I checked, which I'm going to check again here just now live, I think it was $57 an ounce.
Wow.
So just since we bought the silver, it's already bounced up $10 an ounce.
That's crazy.
Going to the wrong. Hold on a second. Okay. Silver is at. Holy shit. I don't have my glasses. It's at 58. Looks like it's at $58.36 an ounce. So the silver coins that we purchased have already gone up in $10 in value. So that's what they're going to get tonight. We're going to go ahead and give away 10 silver, 1 ounce silver coins tonight. Super excited. God, I didn't have time to prepare for a lot of this stuff. We also have one of those 8 coins. You can't really see it, and it won't do any justice. But this is a silver coin from Kaiser that they sent us. And this, I'm telling you, is such a beautiful coin. So that's the last coin that we're going to give away tonight out of the 8. And on top of that, Jeff B has so graciously given us 6 vouchers that I'll show you here in a minute for $25 in his store to buy any t-shirt that you guys want to buy. So that's pretty awesome. And we got some new t-shirts coming out within the week. I think you guys are going to love those. We dropped those. What was it, Tammy? Like Thursday, we showed everybody what the first 3 t-shirts were going to look like. So that's pretty cool. So we're going to do 8 coins. We're going to do 6 t-shirts tonight. And a couple other things that I want to say is this giveaway is over with, but if you happen to buy a coffee tonight, your name's going to go in the drawing for the next giveaway, and we're going to do another 8 coins sometime in March. So anybody who donates coffees, and we're going to change the rules a little bit. For every $5 that you spend, which means a coffee is $5, but a lot of people are buying like 3 coffees at a time, $15. For every coffee that you buy, for every $5, you get that many names put in the drawing.
Entries. Like, so if you buy 1 coffee, you get 1 entry into the next drawing. If you buy 3 coffees, you get 3 entries.
Correct.
Yeah.
And Jeff has all of the merchandise sold in a spreadsheet. Everybody who's bought merchandise so far, for every $5 that you spend in his store is an entry into the next drawing, if that makes sense to people. So even though you bought merchandise in the last month, you still get your name in the drawing for March. So anybody who buys merchandise from this point forward until March, for every $5 you spend in his store, that's an entry into the next drawing. And we'll see. We might come up with lots more gifts for that drawing. So that that's what I wanted to share with everybody tonight before we start drawing, because I still have sound in my ear and it's driving me nuts. I'm getting lost in my own thoughts.
Well, this is a good response from Patrick up on the screen here. He said, Jeff, I got my shirt and it's better than expected. Very pleased. Thank you. That's exactly what we want to hear. So kudos to you, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm just the guy that drives the machine. That's it.
All right, I can't hear myself. So now I can actually think when I'm talking, because now I don't hear myself in my ear. So thank you for that, producer. Appreciate it.
Hey, Mike, and you know Monday does come around once every 7 days, right?
Oh, man, it's been a Monday I'm at work, and then I get home, and yeah. But hey, we got the best people on the planet. We got the best producers. I got the best co-hosts. We got the best mods. We got War Machine, who's the best at creating this wonderful artwork. We got Jeff and his crew doing all the merchandise. We got Miles Franklin that has sent us the 8 silver coins, or 7 silver coins. And so, yeah, it's going to be a great night. So, Tammy, I want to start the night off right now. I want to start off with, why don't we do a t-shirt drawing?
Okay.
Why don't we draw a name for a $25 gift certificate for a t-shirt, and it's electronic. So did you already tell everybody that if your name is drawn tonight, you need to send us your full name, and you need to send us your address and your email address, right? To Tammy's email, so that we can get all this stuff out to you. You already told them that, right?
Right. I put it on our page and stuff as well. So what you guys need to do, whoever wins tonight, complete name, complete address, your complete email, and then you send it to tammynation@gmail.com. So if the mods can drop tammynation@gmail.com in there, that is where you need to send it. So it comes to me, and then I can get everything Jeff needs to him from you guys. So that's the whole deal right there. Right?
Awesome. Yeah. And those gift certificates, I mean, they can be used store wide. So if you don't want a shirt, if you want a hoodie, if you want stickers, decals, whatever, you can. It's just a blanket $25.
Nice.
Awesome.
Very nice. Very nice.
Jeff. Really appreciate it.
Okay.
Well, Tammy, why don't you go ahead and just pull the first name, and that'll be the first $25 winner.
Okay, here we go.
If it's Liberty Warrior Nation, we riot.
Let's see. The first name is Outlandish Patriot.
All right. I think I see Outlandish there in the chat. Outlandish Patriot is our first winner tonight. You got a $25 gift certificate to Jeff's store. We just need you to email Tammy and get us your email address, your phone number, and your mailing address where you'd like that gift sent to you. But it'll be all electronic, so you can go into the store and shop, and then Jeff, we'll give Jeff that information, and he'll be able to send that to you. So congratulations to Outlandish.
Outlandish is here. Yay! I'm going to write it down because you know how I am.
Would this be considered like reverse grifting?
I think so.
We're reverse grifting. I love it.
I think so. Giving away. Very good. Okay, so that's very good. Now I got my paper and pen. I'm always, I'm old school. It's not an age thing. It's a control thing that if I have my pen and paper, I feel totally content. Electronics is fine, but I always have concerns about that. You never know what could go wrong. And if I lose it, it would be terrible. So I am going to just keep it there. And guess what? I have my Trump cup right here. So all the names are going to go in there. How about that?
Awesome.
How organized is that?
Well, we got about 14. I think it was 14 names that we're going to draw tonight. So Outlandish is the first one, and like I said, how we did this first drawing, just so everybody knows, is whoever bought a coffee. It didn't matter how many coffees. It was every time you bought a coffee, your name goes in the drawing. So very well, somebody's name could get drawn a couple of times tonight. That's because they put their name in the drawing that many times. So just to let you know, And that's why we decided that we're going to change it. For every $5 value, you get an entry into the drawing. And so come March, somebody could have a ton of entries into the next drawing. And I got some exciting news for you too, because by March, we're going to have some, not just new merchandise, but I'm going to have some new coins for you too. Like we're going to amp this shit up come March for the first drawing in 2026. We're going to have some really unique, never seen before stuff that we're going to give away to you guys. And I don't know, might come up with some other stuff. So stay tuned and hopefully you guys will join in with us. So I really appreciate it. Let me see. Well, let's do one coin giveaway and then let's get to Jeff and Tammy and some of the information. How's that sound?
Perfect. Okay.
All right. Let's
go
go ahead and draw the first coin winner tonight. And then Tammy, you can show them what the coin looks like and we'll get that in the mail this week. Go ahead.
Okay. Here we go. And the winner is Jackie P. JACQI. Jackie P. Congratulations, Jackie, for the first silver coin.
All right. She's the first silver coin winner. That's awesome. Congratulations to Jackie P.
QUI P. And I have to get up and go over there and get the coins if you want me to show the coin.
Yeah.
Okay. So talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
All right. Sounds good. Well, Jeff, I'm going to go ahead and give you the floor, brother. And why don't you go ahead and you had some stuff that you wanted to share tonight.
Yeah. So did you, you got that text I sent you, right?
I did get the text.
So, people throw out a lot of dates and, everyone was talking about December 5th and how something major was going to happen on December 5th. And December 5th came and went and no one saw anything tangible. There was all these rumors that X, Y, and Z was going to get picked up. Well, I got a phone call late last night and they told me to go look at the Army's website and look at the new group that the Army had developed. And this Army group is what I believe is going to be the law enforcement arm of the Insurrection Act.
Okay.
Oh.
And they have established a chain of command and they have sent letters to every law enforcement agency in the United States that they are, and I don't know if you can pull up the website, Mike, for the army.mil. So people can see that, we're not trying
Army.mil?
Yeah, I sent you the link in the text.
You sent it to me?
It's in the group chat.
In a text message or email?
Text.
It's in the group chat.
It's in our group chat.
Group chat? All right, I got to grab it and send it to an email. All right.
Yeah.
But so basically what this is doing is it's going to allow for the U.S. Army to act as law enforcement.
What?
And to support law enforcement in case of something going to happen. And this was created and approved by the Department of War on December 5th.
What the heck?
So, for all the rhetoric about, this isn't going to happen or this isn't real, you got a branch of the military now going to be getting ready for some serious unrest.
And you said how many is it with this? How many did you say?
It's whatever's needed. It's all of the army.
All of the army, all across the state.
Now, and here's the weird thing about this. So it's called the U.S. Army Western Hemisphere Command. Now, what did Donald Trump talk about last week? It kind of blew everybody's hair back that knew what was he referring to was the Monroe Doctrine. And the Monroe Doctrine basically separates us from European issues and consolidates North America and the Caribbean under our purview, and basically tells Europe, you're on your own. All these little skirmishes, all these little battles, all this other nonsense that's going on in Europe, we're not doing it no more.
Well, that's a relief. That's a relief. I'll come out and say that. The more we downsize our outreach into the outer world instead of just our country, I'm all about that at this point in time in this game or whatever the hell's going on. So that is pretty dang cool, Jeff.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, this was formally announced on December 5th, which everybody, the rumblings were something major was going to happen on the 5th. Well, I consider this pretty important and pretty eye-opening.
I think it's pretty significant as well, because why else would they need that? If
right.
Nothing. Like, what's the point?
And, there's so many people that were anti-war and anti-everything else are trying to figure out why Trump hasn't bombed Venezuela. And, we know that there are operations going on in Venezuela because we got that 3-star general out of Venezuela. And he spilled the beans on the whole, how Venezuela was doing some certain things to our elections. And, I think all of this is going to tie into what Trump is talking about with these national emergency orders. Because, the domino I think that's going to fall is, there's going to be a national emergency come out about the midterm elections and how we need to clean the voter rolls. And if there isn't enough time to do it, that may encompass into this national emergency, because this information is probably going to come out about the 2020, and the federal government's going to have to step in and say, okay, hold on. We're going to have to pause the midterms until we can squash the insurrection.
Yeah. Well, that would make sense. So I'm going to ask to tie if this can tie in or not. So January 6th of 2026, the 5-year statute of limitations expires on the January 6th incident, which means they can't go again for Pelosi or anybody else. I mean, that just snuck up out of nowhere, and I read about that. My concern is, can they extend it, or will what they're doing with this military, is there a way they can switch that up and do something about that statute of limitations? Because I think what you're showing and telling us is an awesome thing, but I didn't realize the statute of limitations was running out on January 6th in Pelosi, because we found out all the crap about that, right? So was that for nothing? So what are your thoughts on that?
Well, there's no limitation on treason or sedition. And if Nancy Pelosi and those individuals did an attempted coup on the United States government, that falls under treason and sedition.
So that's a different charge.
There's no, and I, like with the military, there's no statute of limitations under UCMJ. So if they move it over to military court, well, they're kind of screwed, and so many people say, well, they can't try civilians in a military court. Well, I guess we're just going to have to start looking at Diego Garcia a little bit more.
Well, that's the thing. This is all so complicated and convoluted. And I was hoping something like that, the charges would be changed, because I saw that if there's no limitations on some things and there's limitations on others. So I was hoping that. And when you say all these military being brought in to do whatever they need to be done, it would make sense that there would be charges or there would be something going on for them to stay busy.
Well, yeah. And you just had Barack Obama on TV, basically bashing Trump. And, because there's a story that's coming out how he's embezzled $150 million, and, that this money's missing. And now all of a sudden, Big Mike wants to run in 2028. It's like, well, good luck there.
Oh, come on.
Good luck. And, all of this intertwines with the meeting that was held at Quantico, with Pete Hegseth.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's making more and more sense.
Coming out and saying, this is what we're going to do. And then you had General Kane. I think he just did an interview or a statement talking about how, as soon as any orders come down from the president, we're executing them.
Wow.
And, and then Trump, when he came into office, he wrote that executive order about hanging people for treason.
Let's not forget about that. Gosh dang.
A lot of stuff.
That is crazy. So I got a couple. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, hold on. Before you do, well, no, go ahead, Tammy. And then I want to do, after you get done, I want to do another T-shirt and then another coin.
Yeah, I just want to show the coin that you wanted me to show. Okay, so here's, can they see that?
Yeah, a little bit. It's a buffalo round. That's the Indian head, and that's the buffalo on the back.
Yep.
It's called a buffalo round. It's a 1 ounce silver coin that's worth, what did we say, like almost $58 right now?
Yeah. It's nice. Also, thank you to Patrick Landrum, who bought 3 coffees for us this evening and said enjoy. So thank you, Patrick. And then there's someone that bought 3 coffees as well. So the person who is someone that didn't put your name, if you want to be in the drawing, you need to go and chat and say, I'm the one that bought you the 3 coffees. And if you don't want to give your real name, we have to at least have letters and initials. So when we draw you, you know it's you and it's not somebody else. So thank you to the someone as well that bought 3 coffees as well. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, let us know who that is so that we can get your name put into our system. And then that way, when we do the March giveaway, the coin giveaway, you get 3 entries into to the drawing. So thank you for that. Appreciate it.
Yep. And that's it.
All right. Well, let's draw another name. Let's do a T-shirt first, and then we'll do the coin.
T-shirt.
All right,
and then
Tammy.
a coin. Drum roll. Where's my drum roll or the?
I'll have to get one for March. I'm sure a producer can help us with that.
There you go, Jeff B. There you go. You got it, brother.
Survey says
Carlene and Chase. Congratulations.
Oh, Carlene and Chase. There we go. We got the $25 gift certificate for Carlene and Chase that they can use in Jeff's store. So congratulations to Carlene and Chase.
Carlene and Chase.
They've been supporting this channel for a long time. So I'm glad to see that they got something for that. Just like we've got a lot of people that have been supporting us for a long time. So
yes,
lots more to give away. So now we're going to do another buffalo round. So go ahead. Where's the drum roll, Jeff?
Drum roll. Don't be slacking on the instrumentals there, Jeff. Light that stogie and put it in your mouth. Okay. Congratulations, Pappy at Bears. Pappy Two Bears, it looks like.
Happy Two Bears.
Pappy.
Happy Two Bears, a long-time listener.
Johnny
Okay.
Five
Got a
Nickel.
silver coin. So congratulations to Pappy Two Bears.
At Bears, yes. Okay, is the silver coin.
Oh, and here's
Yes.
another interesting little thing that the mainstream media that somebody reminded me of
What?
in chat. So I think it was about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I had told the viewers that Big Mike and Barack had fled the country.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So why is the mainstream media talking now about how Barack Obama bought a house in England and he's supposedly transferring all of his wealth to England?
What?
Yes.
Huh.
Hmm.
They need to round them up. They seriously
Oh.
need to just round them sons of bitches up.
Now, you
And,
know, my
Gitmo and they need to have their day in court for sure.
well, my theory is they're already handled, because it's amazing how, you know, information is pumped through different channels for different people to release information to kind of like soften the blow, and then, you know, either 2 weeks, 2 months, 6 months down the road, it comes true.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, that's what they say, right, Jeff? A conspiracy theory only needs 6 months before it becomes conspiracy fact. Now, I'm not saying that that's every conspiracy out there, but I can tell you that there has been quite a few just in the last 5 years that was nothing but conspiracy, and then 6 months later it became fact. So congratulations to the winners tonight. I also want to say real quick, for those of you who are watching us on X, I think we're like 2 subscribers away from 300. So really appreciate that. If you can hit that like button, subscribe to us, share us out. You also can do, I believe you guys can do, if I'm not mistaken, and maybe I am, but I think you can do a super chat over there in X. And for every $5 super chat you do over there in X, it gives you an entry into our giveaway that we do. We're right now we're kind of focused on just one every quarter, so one every 3 months. Congratulations to Pappy Two Bears there on the silver coin. And last week we had people doing super chats over in Rumble, so we've got like 50 people watching us on Rumble right now. If you guys could hit that Rumble button for us, subscribe, share us out, that would be awesome. And anybody who does super chats over there in Rumble, your name also goes into the drawing. So David Crumpta last week, and I think it was Conservative Cowboy or somebody, did some super chats. So they will be put into, Tammy, did they make it into this drawing, or did they go into the next drawing? I'm not sure.
The ones, anybody that donated prior to tonight, everybody's in the same drawing.
Okay.
The
So
one
they're
for
in
today.
they're in the drawing for
Yes.
tonight. But anybody who does super chats over there on Rumble, your every $5 donation is an entry into the drawing on Rumble. You'll go in for March. So just to let
Yes.
people know, and we will get YouTube back eventually with the super chats. But the coffees, buy me a coffee works just fine, and just loving it. Love to be able to give this back. I mean, you guys have really made this happen. So just appreciate everything that you guys do for us.
And I want to get some clarification here, because when we start doing giveaways and getting names and donations, I don't want it getting mixed up. So Tammy Younger, did you buy coffees tonight? Because if you bought the coffees tonight, Mike should have it.
She's bought it several times. Tammy's name.
She said, I bought 3 coffees earlier, but put my name. If you bought it prior to tonight, your name's in the drawing for tonight. I'm still looking for the person somebody that donated 3 coffees for tonight. So mods, if you see that person who says their name, not the someone, please send it to me in our message group or something if I don't catch it, because I'm doing too much to try to catch the name. So I just want to clarify that. That's all.
Yep.
Okay,
So
very good.
Tammy is saying that somebody had bought us 3 coffees tonight and they didn't put their name in there. It just says somebody. So whoever
Yes.
that is, you're there in chat. You just put your name in there and say, hey, it was me. Tammy will write you down. You go in for next March. But I know Tammy Younger has bought several coffees. So
Yep, it's
all
her.
the coffees that you bought, Tammy, earlier this year, your name is already in the drawing for tonight. You got several entries in there.
Yep, she said it was her for tonight too, Mike.
Okay.
LW.
So she goes in for next month as well. So thank you for that, Tammy. Appreciate that donation.
We do. We sure do. Okay.
All right, Tammy Joe, you had some other stuff, and I know you're busy as shit.
I can handle it.
I'm
a woman.
Had a couple of topics that you wanted to bring up.
Well, yeah,
so
and I love this.
Go ahead and let you do that.
Yeah, and I love this because with you and Jeff being able to say what you know, to reflect off you guys as well. So President Trump put out a social truth today regarding AI. So I'm going to read the truth, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about the robotics company that's out there with China. And then I'd love to hear what you and Jeff have to say about this. So basically, Trump's Truth Social post said, there must be only one rule book if we are going to continue to lead in AI. We are beating all countries at this point in the race, but that won't last long if we're going to have 50 states, many of them bad actors, involved in rules and the approval process. There can be no doubt about this. AI will be destroyed in its infancy. So I will be doing a run rule executive order this week. You can expect a company to get 50 approvals every time they want to do something. That will never work. So the first part of this is, I'm not a big fan of AI at all. But I had said before, if it's our people, our government trying to stay on top of it, I was very willing to deal with it because we were worried about China and other countries. Well, this has come into fruition with what I thought, because China has released humanoid robotics. They're called the Walker S2, and they're going to release them in stages, but they've already had 112 million US dollars worth of these different humanoid robots that have been sent out to companies, and they expect to do 500 more units within this year. And it's called, like I said, the Walker S2. And what they are doing is they are expanding the ability to strengthen and reconfigure industry ecosystems, accelerating the industry's shift toward global high-quality scale deployment. So this UbTech company through China has already sent a bunch of these humanoid robots out. They can change their own batteries. They are being sent to manufacturing companies and logistics companies, and they are going to be taking over the jobs of humans, these robots. So I am glad that Trump is staying in the forefront of this, but I'm still not liking this AI stuff at all. And what happened to it being digital, where it's computers, right? And they're running technology that way. All of a sudden, we've got these robots that look like the Elon Musk robots. They look like about 5 feet tall, and they look like humans. And I'm really kind of upset about this. What do you
Jeff,
think?
you want to go ahead and go first?
Well, we have Navy ships now that are being automated by AI. The Secret Service is using robotic dogs at Mar-a-Lago these things have guns that they use to march around the perimeter. They look like Shetland ponies as big as they are.
Jeez, Sophie.
Right. And, I think it's, something that is scary, but also just think how far AI has come in just the last year. People are generating videos, music, even like XM radio, Sirius, they even have DJs now that are all AI that generates, remixes and playlists and all this other craziness. But it's almost like you're going to have some type of ethical, a world ethical report on what can be done. And that there, I mean, I'm sketchy about our own politicians, not alone world politicians.
Right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the
Well,
thing.
here's my thought, Tammy. It scares me to death, to be honest with you. And remember, they said you will own nothing and be happy. And they also want to depopulate the earth, not just America, but the earth. And once these robotics get out into the workforce and start taking a lot of these jobs away from people, they don't need them anymore. I mean, you're talking Walmart. I sent you a video earlier today, Tammy, on like a whole AI store where there's no humans in the store. You can walk in and walk out and grab whatever the hell you want. AI is going to track you, and you walk through that door and they automatically deduct the value of whatever you took from the store from your account that's run on a social credit score. Cars don't need humans anymore. I mean, there's so much. If you start thinking about how much we could eliminate the human touch to a lot of things in our life, then you start wondering, well, what are all these people going to do when they don't have their job anymore, when AI is doing it for them? I think it's a very slippery and dangerous slope that we're advancing humanity down right now. And I honestly, I'll be very frank, I'm against it. I think there are some very unique things that AI can do for us that can help humanity. Definitely think that is a good thing, but where do you stop that line? It just keeps going, and like you said, it learns at a rapid pace. It can change its own batteries. They have a hard time shutting it off. It's been caught lying. I just don't agree with a whole world that's nothing but AI and AI robots. And we talked earlier, Tammy, about China building up maybe a military force of these robots. Well, if you know China's doing it, America's gonna do it too, and so's Russia and everyone else. I don't know. It just, to me, it kind of leads us into the whole Terminator scenario. To be honest with you, freaking Terminator, where the machines took over the world and we were fighting the machines. And I think that's a very strong possibility. Just my opinion.
Well, it's never a good outcome. And, I always say this because it's true. Just like tonight, there's always glitches in the system, just like with the show tonight. You do an update and all hell breaks loose. What happens when that happens, when it's driveless cars out there on the roads? What happens if that's with your bank and you're trying to access to pay for something, a food, whatever it may be? It can leave people stranded in a car if the car shuts down. There's so many more major things that can go wrong the more we rely on it.
Look at John H's comment, Tammy.
Oh, burn it, John. Why'd you have to say that? See, it's always, he knows.
He knows.
He knows.
Just think. So wherever we are in technology, we're probably actually 20, and John H maybe could tell us in chat, but we're probably a good 20 years behind where technology truly is currently today. So what they show us today, what we're living today, what we're experiencing today is probably about 20 years behind of where technology truly is. Let that sink in for a minute. All right. So we're rolling up on 45 minutes, Tammy. Let's go ahead and knock out a few more names. Let's do a few more drawings here. So
Okay.
let's do 2 t-shirts and 2 coins. How's that sound?
Okay. Let me I got to write this down first so I don't put the name by the wrong thing. And $25. $25. Okay, here we go. The next one.
All
so
right,
the first one
t-shirt.
This is for a t-shirt
or a $25 gift certificate. That's
the $25 gift certificate.
Yep. It's a t-shirt, stickers, whatever you want, Jeff said.
And the winner is Rising Phoenix.
The Rising Phoenix. All right. Congratulations. You are the proud winner of a $25 gift certificate to Jeff's store. And like he said, it's good for anything that you want to buy there in the store.
Yeah, very cool. Congratulations. I know, John H., you work in AI, and you don't have to be sorry. I was being smart because I know that it's very terrifying, the stuff that you know. Okay, what's the next one we're doing?
Let's do another T-shirt, and then we'll do 2 coins.
Okay, sounds good. And the winner is Jacqueline P. Jacqueline P. Boy, for her multiple donations, Jacqueline P's won twice tonight.
There we go.
Congratulations, Jacqueline. A silver coin and a $25 thing she won before.
Congratulations to Jacqueline again.
Yep, here we go. Now this is for the $25.
No, this is for coin. Silver coin.
Silver coin. Here we go. And the winner is Camperman.
Camperman, you are the proud winner of a 1 ounce silver buffalo round. So congratulations to Camperman, longtime listener.
Yep. Here we go. Last one.
All right, one more silver coin, Tammy Joe.
Right now for this round. Here we go. Here we go. And the winner is Vicky. Congratulations, Vicky. Just Vicky
is a proud owner of a silver coin, so congratulations to Vicky as well.
Awesome. This is fun.
So that should give us 4 T-shirts, 4 coins, right?
2, 3, 4. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Silver coin.
All right.
We
have 4 coins left to give, and we have 2 gifts. I call them T-shirts. But we have 2 gift certificates to Jeff's store left to give. So we got 6 more names to draw. So stay tuned. Could be one of you. And Tammy, the whole AI thing, it scares the living hell out of me. I'm just going to be honest. And so what's the next topic that you wanted to cover?
Okay, now this one, you got to give me a sec here. Because obviously you and Jeff are going to talk about it too in the chat. I want to hear what the chat has to say. So let's get past Marjorie Taylor Greene liking her or not. Okay.
Oh shit! Is that the next topic?
Yes.
Okay, so stop. Pause. All right. All right. Pause. This is a good one. Now, I want to just say something to everybody, because we got the most amazing mods. We got the most amazing listeners on all platforms, and so there's going to be a lot of people tonight that are going to have different opinions of MTG. Okay, I just ask that nobody gets mad and quits and leaves. No matter what I say or Tammy says or Jeff says or anybody says anything in chat, there are going to be people that are going to absolutely love Marjorie Taylor Greene. There are going to be people that do believe what she says and trust what she says. There's going to be people that hate her, and there's going to be people that don't trust a damn word that she says. You're all welcome to your own opinion. And so Tammy's going to share some stuff with you tonight that's maybe a hard pill to swallow for some people. I just ask that you don't get mad and leave. Like, let's just have some good conversation here tonight. And
let's talk about it.
It's okay to not believe the same way I believe, or it's okay not to believe the same way somebody in chat believes. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But this is going to be a hard pill tonight. And if you've been following Marjorie Taylor Greene and you've been following what's going on in the news with her and with Donald Trump, some of you are 100% going to take Donald Trump's side. That's okay. Some of you are 100% going to take Marjorie Taylor Greene's side. That's okay. Yes, Rising Phoenix, you did win tonight. So let's make sure that you guys reach out to Tammy and get her your mailing address and everything. We'll get that out to you. So just don't get upset with this conversation tonight, because it's designed to make you think. So if you are 100% Trump supporter and Trump can do no wrong, this conversation is made for you tonight to think outside of that. If you believe everything Marjorie Taylor Greene says, this is made for you to maybe think a different way. So, Tammy, the floor is yours, my friend.
Okay, sounds good. So let's precursor this with she did for 5 years run hard, fast, and heavy for Donald J. Trump to get him elected. She was a big part of getting him elected. Let's not
I think
forget-
without Marjorie Taylor Greene, I'm not saying it would be impossible for Trump to have been elected a third time. But she was a tip of the spear for sure for this last election cycle, and she was a warrior.
Mhm.
And Tammy, we met her in Missouri in 2022.
Mhm.
Was it 2022 we went to Missouri?
I think so, yeah.
I think it was. I wasn't a big fan of her. I met her in person. I was not a fan of her. I thought, what a pretentious B word, honestly.
Right.
Was not a fan of her. I've been very critical, have I not, Tammy, of her in the last 4 years? I've been very critical of Marjorie Taylor Greene. And then she's got a personal life that kind of went awry and went sour and changed direction, and we're aware of that. And so I'm kind of just setting the playground for where I come from, so that when you guys hear me talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene and the things that we're going to discuss tonight about her, I want you to know I was not a big fan of her, but I know she was a warrior for Trump. I know that she went above and beyond the call of duty. She spent her own money. She took a lot of abuse supporting him to get him reelected a third time. So go ahead.
Yes, and I will also say her being fearful of her life is true, and the fact and the threats that have been made against her, I will get into that. But when she was here, I had said this on a previous show, when she was here doing an appearance for a gala for the Republican Party, she not only had her own security, she also had asked for 3 extra security. So that is something that is very real for her. But she was on 60 Minutes last night. Now, I watched it, and what I want to say is she said that Trump got mad at her after she signed the disposition papers to release the files on Epstein. And he said a lot of people will get hurt. So that was like, I guess, one of the beginnings of the major breakup, because before that she was becoming critical of him, and I'll get into why of that. But she said, Marjorie Taylor Greene said that she stood for women who were raped at 14 years old, and the president I fought for 5 years called me a traitor for that. And she said that changed the landscape of things for me. She said, Marjorie said, listen, the women are the ones that were hurt. All kinds of people come into the White House, have these women come in too, implying the people that were victims of Epstein and his people, they should be coming to the White House to have their say. They're the ones that were hurt. We aren't worried about the other people that were involved in this, our opinions or our feelings getting hurt because somebody is in trouble for being around Epstein that, we looked up to. That shouldn't be a concern. The concern is for the people that were victims. But she was asked if she surrendered to Trump or he ran you out of town. And she said, no. Basically what happened was, she said, I'm not going to be anyone's battered wife. I won't allow the system to abuse me anymore. Trump called her a lot of names, and she said, yes, it was in the same time span he called me a traitor that she brought this up. Now, this might be controversial, but she said President Trump brought in al-Qaeda leader that was wanted by the U.S. government, who is now the president of Syria. Then within a week, he brought in the Crown Prince BS, who murdered an American journalist. Then he brought in the newly elected Democratic Socialist mayor of New York. That was the time span that he called me a traitor. So before I go further into this, she also said that after being called a traitor, she got a pipe bomb threat on her home and multiple death threats against her son. She said, yes, I do blame Trump for fueling the threats, stating on the subject line of the threats that came against her and her son were, in his words, calling her Marjorie Traitor Greene. She did reach out to them about these threats. J.D. Vance said, we'll look into it, the vice president. Trump, she said, his response was very unkind and not very nice, and that she wants to keep it private. So before I get to Trump's response, I want to know what you guys think about some of these facts, because I really agree with some of the things that she says about he got mad about the Epstein. We know that when he was asked in a presser about Epstein in the Oval, he said, what, you guys are still paying attention to that? We've got all this other stuff going on. Well, the Epstein thing is pretty monumental. She also said that he basically is going for big pharma, the big corporations, the elite donors, going outside with foreign affairs, that he should have stayed here and handled our stuff in the United States. And he should be dealing with like the COVID vaccines that they want to get rid of in Congress. And he's not paying attention to it and didn't do it, and actually was supporting big pharma. So some of these are major things and talking points she's talking about, that she feels the president is going big corp and other people and other countries versus the United States.
Okay, let me ask everybody listening right now, and even if you're listening to this later tonight, tomorrow, next day, whatever, drop us a comment. I do try to read all the comments, even after the live is over and you guys go in there and make a comment. I try to always respond, and I don't care whether you agree or disagree with me and what you say in there. I'll like it, I'll love it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't hurt my feelings. So here's the question to you listening tonight live, and you can put a response in chat at this moment. Are you guys? You can put as long a message as you want. Are you a fan of Marjorie Taylor Greene, or are you not? Or do you support Trump 100% and Marjorie Taylor Greene's a fake, a liar, whatever? Because I see a lot of comments in there, and I've been trying to highlight some of them. I'm just curious because, again, I was not a big fan of Marjorie Taylor Greene. Doesn't mean that my mind and my opinion cannot change. And I think that's a sign of growth. If you're just one track mind all the time and you just listen to one certain person and that's all, whatever their opinion is your opinion, I don't truly believe that's a sign of real growth. I think what a sign of real growth is if you take in everybody's information and you can discern through that and make up your own opinion. And sometimes your opinion can change. Mine has changed over the years several times. Sometimes it changes one way and it goes back to the way it used to be. It just really depends. So what's your comment in chat? Leave us a comment if you're watching this later, because I would love to read them and see where everybody kind of stands. So go ahead there, Tammy.
So I'm going to see what do you guys think about, what's your opinion, yours and Jeff B, about what she said about the leaders that he brought into the Oval. Now, she was saying that's when he called her a traitor. So she's back calling him a traitor, in essence, I would assume, because the Al-Qaeda leader was in there, the president of Syria, the crown prince, and then the mayor of New York. I think, yes, they should be in there. They should be negotiating and working things out. But the name calling and calling her a traitor, that goes both ways. I think that he dished it out and he wasn't able to take it, because when you hear his response, you can't believe it. But what do you guys think on that aspect? Is she wrong, Jeff B?
I'll let Jeff go first.
Well, mine's going to be kind of long-winded.
Good, that's fine. So
here, this is, and I know we brought this up several times. The average congressional salary is $187,000 a year. She is now worth millions of dollars on $187,000 a year salary. To me, if you did any kind of insider trading, if you'd leverage your position in government to accumulate wealth, well, treasonous is not a stretch. And I even hold that to Trump. If, just because you're not drawing a salary from the taxpayers, if you are using your position to generate wealth, and that I believe that's why trust me, I don't agree with everything Trump says, everything Trump does. I even get tired of hearing the same old rhetoric over and over and over again. But I think that's why he divested, just so it wouldn't have the look of him enriching himself. Because if it was any of us, we'd be in prison. I mean, they probably wouldn't even give us a trial. Just look at the thing with Ilhan Omar that come out today. I mean, the amount of wealth that she has acquired, and wait till people find out what FinCEN, the Financial Crimes Unit of Treasury, has done about that. That's going to blow people's mind on how they've tracked this down. It's beyond crazy. And I don't know all the ins and outs of it. I'm familiar with FinCEN, but yeah, I was told yesterday that they're lack of a better analogy, they're going to tack her to a cross, and it's going to get ugly with that, and that's going to bring down the governor of Minnesota, the whole ball of wax up there, because they're all in it together. I don't like the third grade actions between Trump and Marjorie Taylor Greene. Now she's, when she was talking about these world leaders and even some of our leaders and people that may or may not have the same values of us, it's amazing how she's commenting on this, but you ask the guy to stop wars, quit getting involved in foreign nonsense. In order for you to solve any of these issues, you're going to have to meet with people that you don't like. You're going to have to meet with people that don't like your country. You're going to have to meet with people that don't like our government. I mean, just look at the leader of the Taliban. When they start doing that withdrawal, and Trump told them, if one hair on somebody's head is injured during this withdrawal, and he slides over a picture of the dude's house, we know where you live. We're going to blow the shit out of you. I mean, there's nothing, more.
Say that again, Jeff. That was funny. Say that again.
He slipped over a picture of his house and says, "We're going to blow the shit out of you. We know where you live." And that's why I think stuff in Venezuela hasn't really happened, like all these big YouTube, the next 48 hours we're going to be bombing. No, I think what you're seeing right now in Venezuela is special warfare, low insurgents, combatants going in, doing snatch and grabs, pulling people out. That's going to benefit this country over the 2020 and some other stuff. People who get on these podcasts and say, who never served in the military, one, never been in a conflict zone, two, never been on for the Navy, a combatant vessel, you have no idea. Zero. And it just boggles my mind. It really, really does. The last thing, especially for a president, Secretary of Defense, Joint Chiefs, is wanting to throw kids into a conflict, because you may then be writing letters to the families.
Yeah.
Well, is that enough for you, Tammy?
Well, and a couple of the key points, though, You know, she said he passed the crypto bill helping all crypto donors. Big pharma, he helped. Big tech, the military industrial complex, foreign leaders. He served Israel's interests by attacking Iran. She said he served big pharma. He hasn't taken away, like I said, the COVID vaccines we want taken away. That's what they're trying to work. And she said that she doesn't want him to be dealing with major industries and big donors. What about America First? She said for an America First president is what he ran on. She said that Air Force One should be parked and the number one focus should have been domestic policy, and it wasn't. So that's why she's critical. So I'm a little bit seesawing on that because I agree with what Jeff says. We know nothing about war and military and all that if we haven't been it or we don't know somebody that's been involved in it. But it is true. He is dealing with all this big, major outwardly stuff. And we want to see more inwardly stuff because nobody's been arrested. Cash Patel and them have told us we got the files, we don't got the files. Pam Bondi, people aren't happy with. So the internal things that are going on from the administration, we aren't too impressed with. We weren't too impressed with Bongino for a while because we feel that something happened to him because he was all go, go, go. We're going to expose all this. And then he gets in there and all of a sudden he's mute. And I know there's a lot dealing with.
That's
I know
because he's been neutralized.
Okay, that's what you think.
Dan Bongino is not compromised. A lot of them go and they get compromised, blackmailed, whatever you want to call it. Dan Bongino is a man. I believe Dan Bongino is a man of integrity, and he's not compromised. He's neutralized. They don't want him to do things, but that's a whole nother show.
Yep.
I want to keep it upbeat tonight, so I'm not even going to give my opinion about Marjorie Taylor Greene or Trump. We'll leave it with Jeff tonight. I like what he said. I have my own opinion of this stuff, but I'm not going to share it tonight. Let's go ahead and draw another T-shirt and another coin, Tammy, because we are rolling up now on about an hour and 10 minutes, and so let's go ahead and give away some more fun stuff. So this is going to be a $25 gift certificate to Jeff's store. You can buy whatever you want in there: stickers, T-shirt, hoodie. You got $25 to spend. So who is the lucky winner, Tammy?
Well, you know, we are riding the emotional wave tonight. Happy, mad, happy, sad, confused, all that stuff. Tammy Jackson, congratulations. Tammy Jackson is the winner of the $25.
Tammy Jackson, congratulations. You got a $25 gift certificate to Jeff's store. And you can spend that however you please in there. So congratulations.
And now a silver coin. Yeah, not the store. You don't win Jeff's store, you win a coin. Okay. The next winner is Kim Ellen. Congratulations, Kim Ellen.
All right, Kim, congratulations. You are the winner of a 1 ounce silver buffalo round worth almost $60 right now. So congratulations. That makes 5 gift certificates and 5 coins. So we got one $25 gift certificate left to give away, and we got 3 coins. So we'll be giving away some more stuff here shortly. What else is on your agenda there, Tammy Jo?
Okay, I got one more thing to talk about, and it's something that Stephen Miller, the Homeland Security Advisor, put out there. And he was posting on, he said this, basically it was about citizenship, right? So he said Stephen Miller posted on acts of all destructive and ruinous policies aimed at the heart of our republic. Few can now compete with the birthright citizenship because every legal alien, foreign visitor, and visa scammer, merely by giving birth on U.S. soil and access unlimited welfare for the life of their American child and send the extra cash back home to support their foreign village, that same child is granted full voting privileges upon his 18th birthday, making illegal aliens and their descendants one of the largest voting blocs in the United States. Birthright citizenship is an atrocity flatly and flagrantly incompatible with any concept of nationhood. Now, we've talked about birthright citizenship on this show before, but I had no idea that that they received unlimited welfare and that their American child received that. So my thing is, it's a very, I'm sure, complex, but I don't think, does that happen if we go over somewhere else and we give birth to a child? Do they have access to all the things that I just talked about? That are aliens or legal aliens and or citizenships, I should say, birthright citizenship that they do. Like in other countries, is it the same? I don't have knowledge on that. I just know when he said this, it boiled my blood because I had no idea the extreme amount of benefits that they get just by having a child here. That seems insanity to me.
I'll let Jeff go first. And Conservative Cowboy also has a question for you there, Jeff, on the bottom of the screen. I'll leave it there for a second, but go ahead, Jeff.
Well, you can, if you want to go to Canada and you got a DUI, they're not even letting you in, so they're sure in the hell not giving you any benefits. If you have a Canadian mom or dad and an American mom or dad, that's not happening. And I don't think any of these. I don't know. My personal opinion, we have to get our house in order. And we need to stop that nonsense because, they call them anchor babies or, if you're flying into the United States and poof, if by magic you give birth to a child on U.S. soil, well, they've been granted citizenship. So that'll probably be a legal. Well, it's going to be a legal battle because we just have to get our house in order.
Well, I don't even know how somebody thought that was a good idea because it's another thing that we're paying for, taking care of, that is going outside of our own. And I know since Doug Collins took over the veterans program and all that it is improved. I've been keeping an eye on him and the different things that they've been trying to funnel and channel into helping veterans. But so much more could be done when you look at, the uncommon things that you don't realize we're paying for from other people. And it just gets very maddening when you research and you go into these deep dives of things. And I don't understand how our politicians really want to sell us out in all these different ways. And that's what I feel like has happened.
Yeah. All for votes.
Yeah, they definitely, I'm trying to pick my words wisely here. But they definitely want to give support to the less unfortunate that aren't even legal citizens here. And I think some of them truly do it out of the kindness of their heart. They want to help people. But for the most part, I agree with Jeff, too, where they do it a lot to buy votes and to really fundamentally remember when Obama came in the office and said, we are going to fundamentally change this country. And he wasn't fucking joking. And they're doing it right now in front of our eyes. They are fundamentally changing this country. I was just having a discussion with 20-year-old men this afternoon at work that are saying, can you believe that Texas is under Muslim law in certain cities and shit? Like, even the younger generation is paying attention to what is happening here in America, and they are fundamentally changing this country from within without firing a shot. They're doing it through votes. Some of them can very well be illegal, and we got to stop it. I mean, bottom line, we got to stop it. So they're using social programs, Tammy, to purchase that and to move the ball forward. That's my belief. That's my thought. That's my opinion at this point.
Okay. There's that question. I found it because unfortunately I took it off before you could ask.
Yeah, let's let Jeff see if he can
Yeah.
answer that question for him.
What do you think about the movie studio? Well, we heard for such a long time we're watching a movie, right? So you have in Trump's first term, you had Steve Mnuchin as the Secretary of Treasury. Made no sense. He was a movie producer. And if you go back from the time that Trump come into office during the swearing-in ceremony till Joe Biden left office, there were a lot of cameras in weird places that made no sense. And people, you got people filming people who were filming a location. So it's almost like in order to show the American populace in the world that the last 4, 6, 8 years, however you want to refer to it, is a movie. And certain things were done in certain time frames, and I think the biggest is, if this is the case, the biggest issue is you're going to have a segment of the population that's going to say, that was all AI generated.
Oh, I didn't even think about that aspect of it because AI is moving. Remember, we were talking about CGI and Blue Beam and all that. I haven't heard any of those terms at all lately. You're right. It has all been AI.
Right.
Yeah. Just real quick before you answer, Jacqueline, how do you pronounce that?
That's Jackie P, and she won.
Jackie P.
Tonight.
She's one of our winners tonight. Great question. But before Jeff answers that, let's do the last $25 gift certificate giveaway, Tammy, and one more coin, and then we'll give Jeff the floor, and he can answer this question.
Okay.
But yeah, Jacqueline,
Jackie
P. Yeah. All right. Well, you're a winner tonight, so congratulations. Reach out to Tammy. We'll get your address and stuff from you.
Okay, the winner of the $25 gift certificate is Barry McLean 194. Barry McLean 194. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Barry. And that is the last $25 gift certificate for tonight. So congratulations. Yes. All right. One more Buffalo round. And then the special coin for tonight, and I saw Kaiser in there tonight, is this and I'll explain it to you right before we give it away, but this is a very special silver coin tonight. And I can't wait to give that one away, and that one will be at the end of the night. So stay tuned. Go ahead, Tammy.
Okay, the winner is Rhonda Marchini. Rhonda, congratulations.
Long-time listener. Congratulations.
Marchini, the silver coin.
Silver coin winner.
Nicey nice. All right.
All right. So that gives us, by my count, Tammy, we have given away all 6 gift certificates.
Yes.
For Jeff. So congratulations to all 6 of you winners tonight. And by my count, we've got 4, 5, 6 coins that we have given away, 6 silver coins. We've got 2 to go. So stay tuned to the end of the night. We'll give away the last 2 silver coins at the very end of the show. We got one more Buffalo round to give away. And then we also have this very, very special silver coin that Kaiser mailed to me. And they're in the chat right now. Thank you so much for this coin. And I'm going to explain the coin, what it looks like to you guys, and hold it up to the camera the best I can before we give that away tonight. This coin is freaking amazing. So it's a very special night. Thank you guys. It's you guys, the listeners, that have sponsored and helped keep this show going over the years. We raised $500 to buy these coins and shipped them to Tammy. So they'll go out in the mail in the next week or so. You should get them in the next, I'd say, 7 to 10 business days. We'd love to see you in chat when you get those coins. Come share that with us, and same with the gift certificates. Thank you to Jeff and his team. They've been working hard putting the store together. Just so you guys know, so it's not a big shocker. On Wednesday, we're having another show on Wednesday. We'll be back. Tammy and I will be back live Wednesday. I am going to put a little bar at the bottom of our screen, and we are going to try to, starting Wednesday, we're going to try to raise another $500 so that I can buy another 8 coins for you guys for March. So we'll be taking donations for coffees, super chats, whatever you guys want to do to $500, and then I'll reach out to Miles Franklin. I'll buy another 8 coins. We'll mail them to Tammy, and we will do another drawing the end of March. So three months. It'll be the quarter of March. So just to let you guys know, you'll see that at the bottom of the screen. Go ahead, Tammy.
We're going to have Jeff answer the question that's on the screen.
Oh, that's right. Go ahead, Jeff. Sorry.
Yeah. So, for normal people to become citizens, you have to take tests. You have to, have a job. But, for Jackie, hey, just tell him to go across the border. Apparently that works. But yeah, I even one of my neighbors that live across the street, they're originally from Honduras, and they did everything legally. Cost them $130-some thousand to come here. And
Ooh.
he they're pissed off because, well, they could have just jumped across the Rio Grande and been here.
Where does that money go? Do you have any idea when they pay $30,000 to come here, who gets it and where does
I think
it go?
it's the Department of the Interior.
And what would they do with that? I'm not
Yeah, probably embezzle it.
Probably.
Wait.
Probably embezzle.
I know, because that would be, and actually that's a lot of money. And I would like to know what happens to that. That's interesting.
Well, yeah. I mean, you have people that, that agencies that aren't associated with the U.S. government that give the test, run the test, grade the test. So, you got bits and pieces and chunks that come out of to pay these contractors, which, the congressional members probably get a kickback. So, yeah, it's fraud at the highest order.
Yeah. It's just, oh gosh, it's not that I don't have faith in the president and what's going on and the changes and stuff we're seeing, but man, every time we talk and every time we do a show and we dig into this, there's a lot of more crap is broken and corrupt and needs to be fixed than there is good stuff. And that's unfortunate. I mean, it just feels exhausting to me.
Well, yeah, exactly. And, and I think the only way this gets solved, if there's any play, is we're going to have to see people hanging from nooses on TV.
I mean, people are so desperate just to see an arrest, just to see somebody held accountable. You've still got the Clintons ignoring orders, and I haven't heard any new information on that about them, what's going on with them. I mean, I know that they said they were going to file paperwork and blah, blah, blah to the prosecutors against them for not showing up. But come on, man.
Well, they pretty much flashbanged Bannon's house when they wanted to they went and got him.
Oh my gosh!
Yep. They didn't waste any time.
No.
And they got right on it.
And I that was one of the conversations I had with the big chair this morning. I'm like, hey, when are you guys going to go flashbang Bill and Hillary? And he just chuckled and he goes, well, they're in a warm climate.
I don't, those people. I mean, I just don't know. It's got to be pure evil, because how do you live with yourself day in and day out? You know, decade after decade, doing what they've done. It's just
looking over your shoulder. I mean,
yeah. We got to say thanks to Rhonda Marchini. She bought 3 coffees for us tonight. She said, "I'm so stoked. Thank you. Love you all." That's very sweet, Rhonda. Congratulations on winning, and thanks for the donation.
Yep. Appreciate it. All right. So we're getting close to the end tonight. We still have 2 coins to give away. But I want to give both my co-hosts an opportunity if there's anything left on the table that they would like to discuss tonight before we do the last 2 coins. So we got a Buffalo round to give away, and we also have this beautiful coin that I'll explain that Kaiser sent me over a month ago for this coin giveaway. So Tammy or Jeff, you guys have anything left on the table that you want to discuss tonight? Any questions that you want to get responses from the chat to get them interactive? We got about 500 people watching live tonight. So
I do real quick before Jeff, because Jeff, yeah. So Mexico, Trump had a round table today, and I was watching it, and they were talking about the farmers again. And that's why I wanted to talk about it, because we always say how important the farmers are, and we need more and more stuff done to help them and bail them out temporarily and all that stuff. But then we've had some farmers say that the stuff being done isn't enough. Well, Trump came out, and now he put a Truth Social out talking about Mexico, saying that they're continuing to violate their comprehensive water treaty, and that the beautiful Texas crops and livestock are being hurt because Mexico still owes us over 800,000 acres of water for failing to comply with our treaty over the past 5 years. So he said they need to release the 200,000 acres feet of water before December 31st, and then the rest must come soon after. So he said that is why I've authorized documentation to impose a 5% tariff on Mexico if this water isn't released immediately, because the farmers are hurting. This is hurting the farmers. So I like to bring up any new information when we have it about the farmers, because I'm tired of hearing about 3D meat, 3D chicken, 3D steak, and all that has made the labs, and that LW likes to say, hey, how do you know that wasn't 3D chicken you just made? I really think that the farmers, it's terrible. He teases me all the time. He made me nauseous the other morning. But the thing is, Mexico now, you would think Mexico would be behaving, because I thought he got along with her. She just said she didn't want us in their politics when it came to the drug dealers and all that kind of stuff. She said, stay away, we'll handle it. So I don't understand what the holdup with Mexico is. And that's a whole nother new thing that we need to be paying attention to, I think, for the farmers. And why aren't they releasing the water?
Yeah, good, great question, Tammy. Jeff, you can respond to that. There's also a question there for you about federalizing the National Guard. And I just want to say to our sweet friend, Lori Comfrey, I did see your chat there for a second, and I did give that back to you. So I hope you see that. But go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, maybe the water they're going to have to tariff. I mean, that could be something.
Tariff.
Yeah.
Here comes the tariffs.
Yeah. But with this National Guard, I believe they are still federalized, because the National Guard and the military announced, I think it's been maybe 2 weeks ago, that the Pentagon announced that they are going to have quick reaction forces for areas of the United States, staging areas. And, if you remember, probably 6 years ago, when we seen all these railway cars and trains delivering all of this hardware all over the country, and everybody thought, the arrests were going to happen during the Trump administration. I think we're starting to see why that was being done.
All right. Well, we're getting close to giving away those last two coins. So I think I took care of everything that I saw in chat. Chat's going by so fast. I got so much going on. I hope I took care of all that. And there were some people, remember last week, Tammy, I asked for prayer because last Friday I was going into a big moment in my life where I was going to take a test. And I did see one question where she asked if I had passed the test. And yes, I did pass on Friday, moving forward on that project. So thank you guys for your prayers. Because let me tell you, I needed those prayers. I got in there, and 40% of what was on the test was not in my material that I studied. So I give that credit to God, and for all your guys' prayers. Thank you for that. And I did pass the test, and should have my license either tomorrow or Wednesday, and then it's rock and roll time. So
I thought Tammy told me you were going in for a pregnancy test.
Yeah. Let's hope I never pass one of those.
Right? 100%. Oh my gosh.
All right, Tammy. Last two drawings. We'll do the Buffalo round first, and then I'll explain this next coin, and we'll draw that one. And
here we go. The winner is White Devil. Congratulations, White Devil.
White Devil wins the Buffalo round. Congratulations, White Buffalo. Okay, I'm going to show this coin again. This is I see Kaiser is with us tonight, and thank you so much for this donation. So they donated. This is Achilles. This is like a warrior. This is like a warrior coin. And they had sent me a letter. I have it. I still have it. I read it on air the night that I received this. Here's the other side. You can't. The camera doesn't even do it justice. To be honest with you, it's horrible. But this is an amazing. I mean, an amazing coin, and I'll ship that out to you guys this week or beginning of next week. But I'll get it in the mail. Whoever wins this tonight, and I think I'll try to scan the letter and send that with the coin so that you guys can read up on it and kind of know the history behind the coin and what it means. So with that being said, Tammy, we're ready for the name. Let's go ahead and draw it, and then.
Okay. Drum roll, Jeffrey. You missed the last one. There we go. There we go.
Here's the last giveaway for tonight.
And the winner of that coin is Mary V. Mary V. Congratulations.
Oh, Mary V. Congratulations on this silver coin. So please email Tammy. Get me your address, all the information, your phone number, email address. And I will. Yeah, I see that, producer. We're good. It just is. So, yeah, next time we'll have some photos. We'll do a little better job.
That's a good idea. Actually.
Yeah. All right.
So when are you doing? You said the next one is going to be a collaboration of all the entries.
Yeah, and it'll be in March. So we got 3 months.
So what we'll do is for that one we will do $200 gift certificates.
Oh wow!
For that drawing, so that'll keep in tradition with my reverse grifting policy.
That's awesome. Well, and in 3 months from now, Jeff, to be honest with you, we're going to have so much new merchandise in the store. $100 would go a long way for getting a couple of really cool items. So excited for that. So thank you for your kind donation. We really appreciate that.
All right, guys. Well, you have a good evening.
Hey, wait. Are you going to give us your final thought? What's your final thought?
Final thought? December 5th, baby. The Army is now part of law enforcement.
All right. Thanks for that, Jeff. Appreciate it.
Thank you
for all the gifts tonight, Jeff. Appreciate it.
No problem. Have a good
All right. Well, Tammy, I could have got really deep in the weeds tonight with some of the topics that we had, and I just chose, because you know how I can be very skeptical, and I just have a different perspective than most people that watch the show. So I just wanted to keep it lighthearted and fun tonight. I'm so happy for all the winners tonight. Thank you guys for all your support to this channel too. If it wasn't for you guys, it would be hard to do this because it cost a lot of money for all the software, the internet, and I try to help War Machine with his artwork. I try to help our producers, and that's a big thing. The producers give me all their time, and so anytime I can help a producer out, it's you guys. I don't take any of this money. I make my own money, so everything that you guys do just helps keep the show going, and it helps a lot of the people in the background that you guys don't even see or know, but they're always there. They're always helping. They helped tonight. We tried to get the phones turned back on tonight, but we just couldn't work through the bugs because we just have some technical difficulties that we got to work through. So thank you for all the coffees, and thank you for to Kaiser. Kaiser was in here tonight. Thank you so much for that very kind gift of mailing us this wonderful coin that Mary is going to absolutely love. And I've had other listeners mail me coins to give away and stuff, several of them. So thank you for that. That's just, it's so nice to give back. Like Jeff said, we got the reverse grifter syndrome here. And it's just fun to make people happy and to give you guys a little piece of us. So, Tammy,
yeah, and happy birthday to Kathy H. Armand. It was her birthday.
Oh yes, happy birthday to Kathy.
Yes, December 5th. So happy birthday to you. Apparently, the producers are saying that it was Windows 11 that caused all the chaos for the show and the programming, which is nothing new. But I'm going to say this, it was interesting for me to be challenging an LW to be all lighthearted, because it's usually the other way around. So maybe we have been together long enough that we're switching roles. I'm becoming manly and he's becoming more emotionally in touch with his feminine side. No, but my final thought is it's just really always good to have a conversation. Stay optimistic, keep your heads up, stay here, watch this channel, join the conversation, and you'll just, I think, feel a lot better. And a voice being heard is part of it, but a voice being understood is even more better and special. And I think we really do get that here. And that's my final thought.
All right. My final thought for tonight, I'll piggyback on Tammy there and just say, please keep an open mind. You're going to hear things on this channel that you don't agree with and you don't like and you don't want to hear. But that's when you actually grow, is when you have the open mind to hear things that you don't agree with on either side. And I don't care what side it is. And I try to be as open-minded as I possibly can as well. And I try to listen to what Jeff brings to the table and some of the things that I read in chat. But I think it takes all of us to grow. And so an echo chamber, I feel, is very stagnant and very unhealthy. And if we're all just believing the same thing and saying the same thing over and over and over and over again, I wouldn't be here. I promise you that. I would move on to greener pastures and doing different things. But since we came back and we're doing this show and we get to bring different ideas and different perspectives to this show, it keeps me interested and it keeps me want to doing it. So thank you guys for all the kind words. Thank you for all the donations and the coffees, the coins. And I hope you guys enjoy all this stuff when we send it out to you. And would love to see some pictures of you guys wearing some of your LWN merchandise. And you guys can email those to Tammy and we'll show them some night. We used to do that. Anybody who bought a sticker, I told them, take a photo of it on your vehicle and send it to us, and show you guys the different stickers all over the country and the world. Honestly, a lot of people bought them overseas as well. So thank you to you guys for that. I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday. We'll be back Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be back to do another show, and it should be fireworks. So thank you, Tammy. Appreciate you putting this together today.
It was awesome. Bye, everybody. Have a good night.
All right, wings. I don't see wings in the chat yet, but I'm getting it, Tammy. All right. Good night. God bless. Catch you on the next one.